Never know. You never know. There were a couple. I mean, I think we had like 40 something guys, and it's pretty neat for our guys to see that many guys that would love to have an opportunity. And we got one spot, for somebody, and a lot of times that spot's determined by just your need and what we need on the scout team and stuff. But then we try to evaluate them for the spring too, when we can have more guys out. But it's really cool to see that many guys coming out trying to compete for a spot. But we'll look at them again. We'll talk about it in the morning, and like I said, we kind of build an inventory of guys. And you never know, somebody might quit or whatever. But did not see a Renfro per se, but you never know. We've had a lot of guys come through the walk-on program that have been good players for us. Got a few on the team right now.
Speaking of those spots, Caleb and Kelby Bevel got scholarships along with
they did.
Spires.
Yeah, proud of those guys. Bevel and Godfrey, and the two Bevels and Godfrey. They're going to be graduates,
right?
And I'm really proud of those guys that worked hard. All three of those guys, and it was big for us too. And it helps us because to bring a mid-year in, you can only bring mid-years in to replace a graduate. You can't bring a mid-year signee in to replace just a guy that you put on scholarship or to replace a guy that leaves early. You can only bring a mid-year in to replace a graduate. And so we're, as y'all do know, we are pretty tight on scholarships this year, and we've got a little bit more room now for mid-years, which is critical, because I think we're probably going to project about 7 mid-years right now, and hope to maybe grow that to 9 or so, maybe 10. So we're, that gives us some flexibility. So it's good. It's a win-win for both sides. I'm really happy for those guys. And then Ty Thomason as well, will running back for us. He's been a grinder around here for 3 years, and it's always fun to be able to reward those guys for their hard work. And then Cody, we kept him on. Cody was on last year, and we kept him on. He's a special teams grunt for us. Does a good job.
Tony told us that he got a starting running back for the first game.
What's that?
Tony told us he's got a starting running back for the first game.
Can I tell you who it was?
CJ.
Yeah, CJ will run out there first. He's earned that. He's been the most consistent, and they're gonna all play. I'm happy. I'm really proud of Fuller, and you saw that last year. I mean, he started to really emerge with his confidence and just how he practiced and just commitment to being a good player. So I'm really proud of him. He's a very good football player. Very, very good player. Very good in the passing game. He's good with the protections. He's smart. He's instinctive. He's an excellent runner. He's a load to tackle, and he's fast. He made a couple of the biggest plays of the season last year, and especially he made play in the championship game and the play against Ohio State. Just massive plays in big moments. So his confidence is really high, and he's earned that to this point, and those other guys are right there.
How comfortable are you with the depth of that position, and knowing that potentially, depending how things go, that could be a fluid situation over the first few weeks?
Oh, I'm very comfortable. I love all those kids at back. I mean, we're going to be able to run the football, and I won't even pay attention, to be honest with you. Unless sometimes every now and then you get a guy that just gets the juice and gets hot, and you just feed him. Every now and then you get a guy in like a basketball court, he just gets hot, and you just get him the ball, and that happens at the same time. Same thing happens in football at that position. But we'll give all those guys opportunity because they deserve it. And I am very confident in Adam. I'm very confident in Feaster, and the Ed Edian is coming. I'm very confident in what he can do with the ball in his hands, and the rest is still going to be a work in progress for that young man. But he'll have some big. I don't have any doubt that number 9 will have some big moments before the season and throughout is over. He'll have several, but those other 3 guys, they're poised and ready to go, compete on the field, and I have confidence in all of them.
Given that you're a week and a half away from kickoff here, how comfortable are you with the way the team's progressed this far into training camp, and what do you think you guys need to work on most before September 2nd?
Yeah, well, I'm as comfortable as you can be. I mean, the first game's always just it just seems like it takes forever to get here, and there's so much to do. But I think we've had a good camp. It's been a different camp because the timing of everything has been way different. The past few years we've been starting on a Wednesday and then having 2.5 weeks to get ready. This year we started on Wednesday and we got 10 days, so it's been different from a timing standpoint. But I think I had dinner with our seniors last night. We all went out, and that was one of the things I wanted to kind of get some feedback from them on how they felt and what they thought about camp. And they were all really positive, so that made me feel a little better. You know, but we try to do a good job, and now we're at that point where it's just details. It's details. It's game plan. It's details, and it's everybody taking ownership. Because we're getting ready to play an opponent now, and it's not you know, Clemson on Clemson. I mean, it is details of a game plan, and we only got a certain amount of time. We got to be very efficient with that time. So that's really it. Just getting them fresh, and then polishing up the plan, and making sure we prepare for what we think we're going to see, but also prepare them for, you know, the unknown. Because in an opener, you're always excited to play, and it doesn't matter who you play, you're excited to play, but there's always challenges in an opener because way more time than you ever have to prepare for an opponent. A lot of unknowns. You haven't seen them on tape. They haven't seen us on tape. So it's just a lot of adjustments in the first game as you get into the course of it, and you really kind of see, okay, well, who are they going to be? You know, what are they? What's their plan? And then you go from there.
Tony said he was impressed with Kent State's third down packages. What else do you know about them, and what are you expecting to see?
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning a lot about them right now. They got a couple all-conference players on the defensive side, and they're all over the place. A lot of what we call chaos, odd chaos, a lot of stemming, a lot of stuff in their third down packages, and so it puts some strain on you as far as how you ID guys. You know, who's down, who you know, getting your protections and your run schemes coordinated, you know, and all the linemen on the same page, and we're along with the back. So it's a challenge. I mean, it's, you know, it's nothing we haven't seen, but they do have a few little nuances that are unique. And studying them from last year, they kind of had a package every week. So we're prepared for everything we've seen, and then try to throw some things at them that we haven't seen that they might do. But at the end of the day, we're fortunate because of what we practice against every day. I mean, because Brent and those guys, there's really not a whole lot else you could possibly see that we don't see on this practice field. Our defense does a great job in preparing the offense, and vice versa. So, you know, you rely on what your instincts are and what you've been trained to do, and then you go apply it to what you see on game day.
Speaking of defense, I know that Big Dex, and Christian, when it's game time, they're serious. But at other times, do you get the overwhelming sense that they're like a couple of 15-year-old schoolboys looking for fun?
Yeah, well, especially Christian, you know, because Dex just laughs at him all the time. But you know, they have fun. You know, I mean, they're just out there for 30 minutes, just the two of them on the field goal post. You know, just working release techniques on the field goal post, just the two of them. Just talking, no telling what they were talking about, but they're both just grinding and workers. They're workers, and they really like it. And that's what's fun when you see really, really talented guys that have the work ethic to go with it, and the desire and the drive, and they're not satisfied by just saying, "Hey, I'm big and strong and fast, and I know I'm." I mean, they practice like they're the backup. They practice like they're fighting for a job, and that's what I like about those guys. But as far as personalities, you know, Christian, huge personality. Dexter has a great personality. He's just a little more reserved, but such a warm spirit, you know, and this gentle. He's this giant of a presence when he walks in, but he's got this gentle, you know, spirit to him. And I love both those guys, man. They make my job easy.
The magnitude of that must be immeasurable too in the locker room, right?
I mean, they're leaders. I mean, at the end of the day, Christian likes to have a lot of fun, and he'll cut up and he'll have some fun. But you let things not be going well at practice, he's going to be the first one to let everybody know. You know, they're young people of excellence. I mean, they really, both of those guys, they're great students. Christian's going to graduate 2.5 years. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. I can't even wrap my mind around that. And Dexter's a great student. They're just really committed to being excellent in everything that they do, and they demand that from everybody that's in their circle. So absolutely, man, when you got guys like that, your best players are those type of people, makes my job a lot easier. Other guys kind of fall in line quickly.
You think